Hello. I have been wanting to record this video for so long, and it's taken me a really long time because life is just crazy and things are so stressful, and that probably has to do with what I want to talk to you about. But look at this. It's like the first moment to myself in what feels like an eternity, as somebody who needs a lot of alone time to stay grounded and being my best self. When I don't get some quiet time, it's tough. So I've wanted to start a series here on YouTube, not on stories, because I've just learned too much about those short form videos and how it's like brain rot and so bad for you. And I can see how bad it is. I feel how addicting it is. And I think we're all kind of suffering because of it. And I don't want to contribute to that. And so I want to do this series. I don't know what it's called right now. I don't know how many videos it's going to be. But I want to talk to you about this collective awakening that we're going through and how it's unconsciously affecting us, including myself. Again, like why I probably look so disheveled right now, because things have been rough. Things have been stressful. My nervous system has been so reactive, so short, no patience. And then that makes you feel like you don't have any time to really restore yourself, something like this. Okay, so before I start talking about this collective awakening that we're all going through, that is so hard on the body and the heart and the soul. And like, if you're feeling that, if you're feeling the pain of all of this information that we're getting about the world leaders, and it's like hurting, and you're reacting and you're stressed and your nervous system is just so, let's just take a breath. Deep breath in. Exhale. Feel your feet on the ground. Again, deep breath in. Feel the breath overtake your body, and exhale it down through your feet. One more time, deep breath in. These moments are so important, like getting out in nature, getting still, getting quiet. But over the last few weeks, like, it's felt almost impossible for me. I don't know about for you. And like, if I look disheveled, it's because I am. I have not been sleeping. I've been wondering how many times Zach and I have just laid in bed staring at the wall, like just saying like, huh? Are you serious right now? Is this for real? Like, you're not alone. You're not alone. That's like, if you're really feeling it, then like, I'm glad that you're here, because that's who I want in my space. That's who I want around me, are people who care, people who are hurting because of this, because it's through that pain that we really start to create the change. Like, I see this collective awakening as something really good, but fuck, it is hard. It is so hard right now. And so I want to do this series. I want to talk about my own spiritual journey, because since I was called by God, Goddess, the universe, to close my business, I have been on a deep dive on spirituality and religion, and I have a really unique spiritual perspective on what's happening right now, and I want to share that with you. And again, I want to make it clear, I believe that everyone should be able to believe what feels best for them. I don't think there is one way, or that we all need to think. And it's like, I see that we have like a spiritual basket, and as I've ventured out and learned about different religions and different spiritual perspectives, I feel like I put things into my basket that feels best for me and works best for me. It's a ski lift, if you're curious. I'm at Crested Butte. Wyatt has a little ski competition. And like, I put things in my spiritual basket, and that's what works for me, and that's what I want for you too. I don't want you to think that I am trying to push any sort of agenda onto you at all, except that I hope you find your version of your higher power. Call it whatever you want. Let it look however feels best for you. But there is a deep spiritual upgrade happening right now, even though this part is really hard. And so I want to talk about that. I want to talk about how we can create change here in the physical world by not contributing to these terrible people, because all of our dollars are finding their way up to these people. And so I want to talk about what we can, with the actions that we can take in our everyday life. I also want to talk about what we can do in our heart and in our soul to progress this forward so we don't stay so stuck in it. I want to talk about how we're complicit, which is going to be hard, but it's true. Like, we are contributing to this in some way, shape, or form. We have to start taking some personal responsibility that our external world is validating some of the things in our internal world, and what we can do to start shifting that and changing that. I want to talk about what has already started happening, the good that's already started happening since this has been released, because I absolutely think there are some good things that have been happening. And so that's what this series is going to be about. I want to try to keep the videos like 10 minutes or under, and let you know that, like, I also want to talk about like what's happening in your body. That's probably one of the first things I want to talk about, is like what's been happening in your body over the last few weeks since this has, I don't want to lose my spot on where our condo is at. How beautiful that is. What's been happening in our body, how we are unconsciously affected by all of this, and how that's trickling into how we're parenting, and how we're being a partner, and how we're being an employee, and how we're just living our lives and connecting with ourselves. Because, oh my gosh, it's been such a struggle for me. It's been so hard. And it's like, I've taught this stuff, like, get a grip, Nicole, like, what's happening? But I will say, me being thrown into motherhood to this degree, because that's what God wanted for me, I guess, is to not be a businesswoman right now and to focus on my kids. And being a conscious parent is so hard right now. And homeschooling is so hard for me. And, you know, all of that's been happening in the world is definitely making all the other parts of my life that much more intense. And so if you are feeling that, if you have felt like, God, I've just been so stressed lately, I feel myself reaching for a drink more, you know, like I just feel like I'm just looking for that quick break, that quick release. But when you don't actually do the work of like releasing it in this beautiful way that I am right now, which has not happened over the last 3 or 4 weeks, like what I've found is it just compounds and it just goes into the next day. And then the next day compounds, and then the next day is even harder. And then you blow up, and it's just, oh, gosh. I want to leave this video with a little beacon of hope that, like, it's going to get better. I truly, truly believe that. I believe that my children are safer now, and your children and your grandchildren and my grandchildren are safer now than ever before. Now that this ugliness is out in the open, the only way to create change is through awareness first. We have to see the pain. We have to see the wound, right? The wound is where the light enters you. We haven't even seen the wound until now. And so there is good that will come of this. I promise you that. And I want to share that with you in this series. I don't know if I'm going to be super scheduled about it. It's all going to come out on certain. I don't know. Just bear with me. But I'm in this with you, and my hope is that it's really going to help you. And I'm just happy that I'm finally able to record this video, because it's been on my heart for so long. And I love you. And I love our human family, and I know that there are way more good people than bad, and just the bad people are being highlighted right now. And like, the love for each other and us uniting is so important right now, in the smallest little ways. When you're in line at the coffee shop, when you're sitting at the post office, ways that you can just look at somebody in the eye and smile at them genuinely. Like, those small moments count right now. Like, we need it. We need those little moments. And so instead of your head being buried in your phone, and I understand that I'm talking to you on your phone probably right now, like, putting the phone down more and actively engaging just through eye contact with people walking down the street, and just giving a genuine, heartfelt smile. Like, we need this for our human family right now really bad. And a little smile and a little like blast of love towards people all over the place. Like, we need that. And so if you leave anything from this video, if this is the only one you watch, just send a little bit of love to somebody. It makes a bigger difference than you think. Feel it in your heart. Like, you can feel it. If you walk or you see someone and you just feel like you don't have the words to say something, because that's how I feel. I feel like I'm such an awkward human now. Like, social media is totally affecting me too. It's not just Gen Z. It's us two millennials and older generations. Is like, feel the love when you smile at someone and you look them in the eye and you just smile genuinely. Not caring what their political agenda is or what they believe about whatever, like, just that connection again. You will feel it. You will feel that your heart kind of crack open a little bit. Just be aware of it for that moment and say, wow, that felt really good. If that felt good to me, that probably felt good to them. And if all I have to do is smile at them and look them in the eye, like, maybe I should do this more often. And maybe if I do it to them, they'll do it to another person. And all of our hearts will start cracking open in the most beautiful way by connection. Because that's what we need so much right now. So anyway, I will be back. Thank you for being here. I'm excited to be here. All right, bye.